Hey, what's up guys? It's Will from SoCal Social Skateboarding, and today I wanted to share a couple of my favorite skate videos. It's just my top 10 list. There's a couple videos you're not going to recognize on here, so I just kind of wanted to get that out there before we start, because my number one, you've probably never heard of it. Alright, so let's get started with this. Alright, so coming at number 10, it's going to be Birdhouse Saturdays. This video hasn't been out that long. Truthfully, if it had been out in like 2006 or something, I'd probably rank this video a little bit higher on the list, maybe number 5, number 6. But it's just where the video hasn't been out more than like a couple months. This video was something Tony Hawk actually wanted to do to give back to the team for all their hard work. And they really showed that they appreciated this by like the footage they put out in this video, which is insane. Opens up with like the celeb cameos, and which is ridiculous, the fact they got like half the people to do this. Like the Joe Dirt scene was probably the greatest, and it actually made me buy this video, like the DVD hard copy. But I mean, the team they put together since like the early 90s, everybody remembers the end. That is like one of the greatest Birdhouse videos ever made. Everybody remembers that video. Andrew Reynolds' part was insane. Honestly, this video just annihilates that. So if you have time, check it out. This is 2017, so the clips are going to be up on YouTube, Thrasher, anything. Alright, so coming at number 9, Love It or Hate It, Viva La Bam. Pretty much every season of this. I mean, honestly, this is what we grew up with, being like 13, 14. Our parents hated this show. The stuff they'd get away with on the show was ridiculous. But I mean, it really made a lot of kids want to get out there and skate. And their first board, a BAM board. Like, the fact that BAM's coming back now, like in 2017 to skateboard after like 10 years, is actually pretty insane. He's back on Element, S, like this is, I mean, audio's no more from like anything I've seen, but the fact that he's on S, like, this is one of my favorite shoe companies, like honestly, like I'm wearing a pair right now, but it's just the fact that like everybody got started watching this. Like the scavenger hunt episodes were probably my favorite. Now they only did 2 of those, but watching those, it was just like, if it was on at like 2 a.m. when I was like 16, I would have stayed up and watched it. Alright, so number 8 on the list. I don't like what they've done with this, honestly. I miss it when it was just like the DVD that was like 90 minutes or 60 minutes or something like that. But Thrasher King of the Road, I don't like what Vice has done with it. It's much more of like a drawn out, like I don't have the schedule to keep up with that, honestly. But I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't like all the drama though, but the original movies were pretty cool. They go through like 60 minutes. The only bad part compared to the new stuff is you don't get to see like everything that they used to do. The old videos, it'd be like just a montage, just all crammed together, and then it'd be like, oh, that team won, cool. But my first like magazine, the Thrasher magazine, like it was the King of the Road edition with Chris Cole, the Zero Team, like the first, it was like 2000, no, I think it was like the second one, it was 2004. But I mean, that was like, it was insane just to see people do that, like skate a rail in the rain, ridiculous, like seeing Jamie Thomas on the cover. Like, that's just like one of the greatest memories like burned into my mind, is just like having that, like the Thrasher King of the Road. And every year I subscribe to Thrasher just because I get the Thrasher King of the Road, and I just love to see the insane stuff they do. This is going to be Baker 3. This video was exactly what people wanted to see at the time. With Viva La Bam and everything else going on, people just wanted to see some insane skating, some stunts, and just like a fun team all together. Honestly, I stopped following Baker a couple of years ago after they kicked Spanky and Braden off, like during the recession, just to save some money. Braden was one of my favorite skaters growing up, and honestly, like, he still is. His style's insane. He just gets tricks super easy, and I love watching everything they do. But the Baker video, that kind of goes down in history. Like, you cannot get better than that time period, and that team like came in second at the time in like my list of like favorite skateboard teams of all time. Just the people on it, just an insane group of people who just wanted to get out there, skate every day, and just keep the tradition going and just show people what they could do. Alright, so number 6 on my list. Everybody loved this video back in the day, and it was just like, when this came out, it was like, really, you just smashed that windshield with your skateboard? Really? Like, my mom saw that part and she made me turn it off. But Flip, Really Sorry, and it included the original Sorry version, which was pretty cool, having Johnny Rotten narrate the whole thing. Just because, like, Sex Pistols, you can't get more anarchy, more skateboarding than that. But I mean, back in the day, like, dark slides were still a huge thing. Rodney Mullen was like the only person you ever saw land one. So when you see them like actually try one on like a small rail and like almost get it, kind of fall at the bottom there, but it was just like, that was insane to see that as an intro scene at the time. I think it was like 2004, 2005. I didn't actually look it up on this one, but it was just actually seeing like that stuff and like the Lion 25, like seeing Ali Bilal try that now, it just like failed, but then like now 2017 or 2016, like I think it was last year, Jaws actually like finally ollied it like for the Thrasher cover, which was pretty cool to go back to that. Alright, so the next video on my list is Blind What If. This video is really cool because not a lot of people were filming in HD at the time, and honestly you can pick it up for like $10 now on Amazon or eBay, whatever. Plus it's got the original video days. Seeing the people like do what they were doing back then now, it's still actually pretty current, which is really surprising for a video that's kind of about a decade old. Plus the team was so well rounded at the time. I mean, you can't really get a better video than this. It's like really what people are trying to go for today, but then like everybody's either like Skate Street, but I mean, you like the vert guys on the team that kind of like threw the video together. It was really cool to watch the Mega Ramp stuff. I mean, this is back when skateboarding was like super big though, so I mean, they had the money to do this then. Honestly, I kind of stopped watching Blind because they stopped using the Reaper logo, the team's not as cool now, I don't really notice anybody, but I mean, it was still a good video. If you really haven't followed the Toy Machine thing too much, they've had a lot of great players over the years. Most of the pro skaters you see today, like their legends, got the start on Toy Machine, which is pretty cool. Like Bam Margera, he was on Toy Machine, I think Jump Off a Building, which he had a really good part for that. It was mainly like the CKY stuff thrown in, but it was pretty cool. But like I said, like Viva La Bam was kind of up there. It didn't really shape my view on this one, but it was just kind of seeing most of the people, like, when this video came out, it was just like all the art editing. Like, there's that short video at the end that's filmed on Super 8, and like you see the lightning and everything with the hipster music, which was pretty cool. Like, I bought the DVD copy just because I couldn't find that online anywhere, which is, yeah, it's... But Billy Marks back in the day, like the 360 flip, like the 360 flip handrail stuff, that was insane to see at the time. Like, no one does that, like, back then. But like now everybody, like every 12-year-old kid's doing that. But it's like, it was insane at the time, just seeing like Johnny Layton style, the retro music. It was just like a completely different, like Toy Machine's got a completely different feel from the rest of like the hard rock, like let's go get it like team. It's just like kind of laid back, like let's like throw it out at this moment and then we'll just kind of like back off for a second. But the Diego part at the end where he like breaks his arm trying to only the 3-set, which is insane. Like, I was like watching that and I was just like, really? Because getting that as like a 15-year-old kid and watching that, it was pretty cool. Alright, so number 3 on my video list is going to be Zero New Blood. The reason because the Chris Cole part at the end. Now, like, going back in time, like, people didn't have like the greatest HD like you see today, but just like I was trying to watch it the other night and everything's still kind of fuzzy where everybody would just use like the older style cameras and everything. But just like seeing the Chris Cole Wallenberg part, I still, honestly, I own 2 copies of this poster. If you watch some of my other videos, it's up on the wall behind me, which is pretty cool. Like, that just like seeing that back in the day, like everybody wanted to be like Chris Cole. I'm not sure if anyone still does. Honestly, he left Zero a couple of years ago for Plan B, which is kind of like a slap in the face to like a bunch of hard fans. That's why I really don't follow Chris Cole as much anymore, because he's like the whole Zero vibe he had going on, like the bleached hair, the punk rock, like I even had like a pair of Fallen Rippers, and like those were, I think I still have them somewhere at my mom's, but just like the skating back in the day, introducing, that was like the most solid team at the time, like the Zero team. They won like, I think they won every Thrasher King of the Road, and they finally like were like, nah, no more, you guys are gonna win every time. But like, yeah, Tommy Sandoval, like I think that was the video that actually introduced me to him, and just seeing his style and everything, and just like it made me actually want to move out to California. And actually, like, he did hit me back on Instagram one time. Like, I was like, hey, can we meet? And like, you signed this copy of like the magazine for me. Like, he had a cover one, and it was like, that was like my favorite cover back in the day when he's like standing in front of his limo. And he did reply to me, but like I don't think I actually hit him back on accident. I think I kind of noticed the text, the message too late. But as number 3 video, please check this one out. Definitely, definitely. Like, this goes down in skateboard history. So the last 2 videos on this list you probably won't have heard of unless you're just really into like the underground, like following everything on Instagram skateboard industry. But number 2 is going to be Worko Sun Machine. Like, I got an update because I was buying a bunch of DVDs at the time, a bunch of retro ones that I haven't seen in a while, and this came up on my list, and like it said like, hey, teams at active tonight in Mission Valley. So like I couldn't make it that night because I had to work, but then I ended up like checking out some footage, and then I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I saw like, I actually like spent some time on YouTube and like watched the trailer, and I was like, oh, I have to actually buy this. So I think it was like 15 bucks, but I mean like I got it. The actual like one of the dudes in the video actually shipped it to me. Like, it's a skate shop up in like a little bit north, kind of in LA. But just that the feel of this video is insane. It's what skateboarding's all about. It's about having fun, and like it's all edited. Like the first half of it, I think it's edited like the Sgt. Pepper's album. But everything's got like a psychedelic feel, a psychedelic flow. Like it's just like it's showing like what everybody in that area can do. It's not like a bunch of people from like everywhere. It's just like a certain area, which is so cool to see like the local California skate scene. And that's why that's number 2. It's just like, it's like the bigger videos up top, like Flip, Really Sorry, Zero. They're a bigger team, and yeah, they're great and all, but I mean what skateboarding is all about is like local community and like having fun. So the number 1 video on my list is going to be a video of Annapolis, Maryland. Honestly, I was on eBay one day. Yeah, eBay. I'm on there a lot looking for skate DVDs. Also, if you've outbid me in the past, I hate you. But I was on there one day, and like there was this one guy was selling like just a full-out list of just random DVDs I've never heard of. So I bought like 2 or 3. Now the first like 3 or 4 I bought, like I went through them all before I got to this one, because I was like, it was like the shittiest package. Like it wasn't like the best. So then I go through it, and then like the first one, okay, and then like the last one, like, before I watched this one, it was like just a bunch of little kids in Vegas skating. So I was like, whatever. So then like the next day I came back to it, I popped this one in, and I was like, oh my gosh, because like the intro is just insane. It's a small skate shop, pure skate shop. I do follow them on Instagram now, but the team has like, the team in this video has just came up so much. Ben Walters, I think he was in the Mountain Dew Am Surge, but now it looks like he's actually riding for Blind. From like the point, like it's just a bunch of kids honestly filming on their phones, and it's so cool to see this stuff. It's not like they're doing like the best tricks. I mean, there is some really insane stuff. Like Robbie Gerlich directed the video, made the video. It was his idea. But seeing his like last trick of the video, which is just amazing. 1 foot like backside 5-0 down this rail. I think it was like a kickflip 5-0 though. But it was like 1-footed, and it was just insane to see that. Like it was just a complete banger for like the end of anybody's part. But the reason like this video is number 1 is because this team has become so far since like this video was originally put out. I mean, compared to the rest, everybody was already like good. I mean, this I've like, you know, went through like some Instagrams, looked at these guys' stuff, and like everybody's gotten so much better. Like the insane work they put into this. This is why this video is number 1. This is exactly what I want to see in videos. I watched a LUTA too. I was honestly good. It was good, but it's not like the first one. It's just like the first one, the feel you get, the soundtrack, the people like having fun. It's just, there was no pressure on them. They just thought they'd make like a good video, and that's why I love this type of video. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like leave a comment below, subscribe to me. I mean, anything. Honestly, like if you got a cool channel too, I usually go through whoever subscribes to me and like subscribe back and just check their stuff out too. So if you got some cool skating to watch or something, I'll like just like hit me in the either like message me, or then just hit me in the comments below and I'll check it out. But I mean, thank you guys for watching. I'm like way up on my subscribers right now. Like it's so cool. Like I started this channel like a year ago, and just for the fun of it, just to have something to do in my spare time. But it's grown so much, and I can't thank you guys enough. But I'm going to go out and skate, so I will see you guys next time.